Who knows what a testimony is? What's a testimony? Testimony is when someone, it's not necessarily your life story, but someone stands in front of you and testifies. They tell you something. And in the church, they tell you about themselves, right? Who's heard testimonies that are about a life-changing experience, right? Someone who was a drug addict and they met God and they turned their life around, and that's their testimony. Those testimonies are super powerful, really powerful. I have to tell you something. I don't have one of those testimonies. Okay, I don't have a life that went like this and then went like this. I'm a pretty lucky guy, really. Okay, I come from a family that loved me, looked after me. Came from a Christian family. I come from a Christian family. I've always gone to the Salvation Army, and I've always been taught in the right way, and I've always been all right. But one thing I've learned is that my life hasn't quite gone the way I wanted it to go. I told you I wanted to be a hockey player. I'm quite serious about this stuff. I wanted to be a professional trumpet player. Didn't really go that way either, right? I thought I was going to get this job, and I didn't, and I thought I would get this job. So my testimony is more about trust, and it's more about faith, and it's more about knowing that God has a plan for your life. And I want to make sure that each and every one of you understand that you're loved, and that God has a plan for your life. And for me, music was a really significant part of that journey. I just have two real quick pictures, if you can throw them up. Okay, so I'm not showing you these to show off. I'm showing you these to point something out. Music is something in my family that was always there, right? I always had family members teaching me, talking to me about what music meant, talking to me about the importance of our faith through music. So the old guy on the left, leave it there, that's fine. The old guy in the previous picture, that was my grandfather, my father, my brother, and myself. So we got a chance to play a cornet quartet together. This picture, I didn't even know that this was the way it was. This is something that's really cool, and it's important about family, and it's important about music. We had a band concert last year, and we had a guest conductor who conducted some of the music. And when he conducted, I just went and sat and played. And someone took this picture, and in that back row of cornets, there's one you can't see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that back row. 5 of the 7 are my family. Okay, so the larger guy on the end, I say that because it's my brother, I can say that. That's my brother, that's his daughter, third in, that's me, that's his other daughter, and that's my dad, 6th in. So music has always played a pretty significant part of me, surrounded by family, teaching me what it means. And I want to leave you with this scripture, and then I'm going to play a really quick cornet solo for you, and then I'm done. Okay? If you look in the book of Psalms, and you go to Psalm 139. Psalm 139 is my favorite passage of scripture in the whole Bible. I'm not going to read the whole thing, so it's pretty long. I'm just going to read a couple verses for you, okay? This is Psalm 139. It says, "You've searched me, Lord, and you know me. You know when I sit and when I rise. You perceive my thoughts from afar. You discern my going out and my lying down. You are familiar with all my ways." And this is very important, this part. "Before a word is on my tongue, you, Lord, know it completely. You hem me in behind and before, and you lay your hand upon me. Such knowledge is too wonderful for me, too lofty for me to attain. Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you're there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me, your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light become night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you, for the night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you." And this is the part that I like. "For you created my inmost being. You knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Your works are wonderful, I know that full well. My frame was not hidden from you when I was made in the secret place, when I was woven together in the depths of the earth. Your eyes saw my unformed body. And here it is. All the days ordained for me were written in your book. Okay? So that means that God had a plan for me, regardless of whether or not I know what's going to happen 2 days down the road, 2 years down the road. He has a plan for me. He has a plan for each and every one of you. It says, all the days ordained for me were written in your book before one of them came to be. How precious to me are your thoughts, God. How vast is the sum of them. Were I to count them, they would outnumber the grains of sand. When I awake, I am still with you. Okay? So look up Psalm 139 and have a read. I'm just going to play a solo for you, and then that's going to kind of be me. You'll know a little bit more about me as a result. This is a solo that's pretty special to me. It's simply called In the Love of Jesus. It's a slower solo, it's a melody, and while the words are available, the chorus simply says, in the love of Jesus, there is all I need. Okay? And that's very important for each and every one of you to remember. Regardless of what the rest of the words are, that's what I want you to take away from tonight. That in the love of Jesus, there is all you